From a Sicilian volcano blasting ash 2 kilometers into the sky and a Himalayan cliff that crushed buses on a mountain highway to a Kyrgyz glacier collapsing towards startled hikers and a midnight flash flood in Ruidoso, New Mexico that swept a cabin downstream. These moments show nature's power on full display. Here are the top 10 most shocking natural disasters caught on camera in 2025. On July 8, 2025, a sudden cloudburst over burn-scarred hills above Ruidoso, New Mexico, released more than 3 inches of rain in 90 minutes. Runoff funneled into Rio Ruidoso, sending a black surge of mud and logs crashing through the mountain village before dawn. One neighbor's balcony camera caught an entire cabin lifting off its footings and sliding past in the torrent.
Uh-oh, there comes the house.
Oh my gosh, y'all look.
Oh
no.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, dude.
Oh. Uh-huh.
The National Weather Service called the flood a 500-year event. The river crested 20 feet above normal. 3 people, including 2 children, were killed, and more than 80 swiftwater rescues were performed. State engineers are clearing debris and reinforcing channels, but officials warn that any storm this season could trigger new slides until vegetation returns to the burned slopes. On July 3, 2019, Italy's Stromboli volcano produced its most violent blast in more than a decade. A sudden explosion sent a dark ash column 2 kilometers high and hurled glowing rocks over the island. Tourists on hiking trails and boats recorded the moment a pyroclastic flow rushed down the Sierra del Fuego into the sea.
Basta fu! E ma tu te la vai! Mi sa applicare al tuo! Vai sotto! Mamma mia! Infatti quella parchetta della passata! Zitto! Madonna! Farei un video qui davanti a allontaniamoci verso destra. Infatti mamma tranquilla, tranquilla il fumo ormai. Tranquilla. Ferma il fumo, tranquilla.
Italy's Civil Protection Department raised Stromboli's alert level from yellow to red and closed upper hiking routes. Helicopters dropped water on brush fires ignited by hot rocks. Residents and visitors must stay below designated safe zones, carry respirator masks for ash, and monitor official alerts before planning any ascent. On August 11th, 2021, days of monsoon rain loosened a cliff above National Highway 5 near Nigul Sari village in Kannur, Himachal Pradesh. Around noon, a sheet of fractured rock pulled away, sending a cloud of dust and boulders crashing down the forested slope. Drivers on the highway below had only seconds to react as the rock slide reached the road. The slide killed 28 people and injured 13 more. Survivors were airlifted to Chandigarh once helicopters could land. Border Roads Organization crews kept NH5 closed for a week while they cleared thousands of tons of debris and stabilized the slope. That was so terrible. On July 5th, 2025, crews on Alaska's Turtle Fire, part of the ptarmigan complex east of Central, recorded a sudden crown run through dense black spruce. Winds pushed the flames in a straight line, turning the forest edge into a moving wall of orange beneath a towering smoke column. Helicopters from Big Sky Helitack could be seen dropping ignition spheres along the shoreline to steer the blaze. BLM Alaska Fire Service says the Turtle Fire will likely keep smoldering until season-ending rain or snow arrives. Residents downwind are urged to monitor air quality alerts and avoid backcountry travel near the ptarmigan complex until conditions improve. On July 5, 2025, intense afternoon rain triggered a debris flow near Longway Bridge on National Highway 318 in Tianquan County, Ya'an, Sichuan. A slab of saturated hillside broke loose at 1 p.m., pushing boulders, mud, and tree trunks onto the roadway below. 2 cars and a small truck were buried in seconds as drivers scrambled to reverse. By July 7th, crews had recovered 3 bodies and pulled 2 injured survivors. 2 more people remained missing. Excavators worked around the clock to clear the highway and restore traffic to western Sichuan. Geologists blame deep-seated fractures and heavy monsoon moisture for the collapse, and warn that more slopes in the region are unstable this season. On 26 June 2025, sudden cloudburst rain and glacier melt sent a brown surge racing down Hyderabad and Aliabad nullahs in Hunza, Gilgit-Baltistan. The floodwater ripped through concrete channels that carried drinking and irrigation supplies to both towns. Shopkeepers along Karakoram Highway filmed as rocks and tree trunks roared past their shutters. The local officials reported no deaths, but the loss of water infrastructure forced emergency tankers into both towns and closed parts of the highway for debris removal. Crews from the National Disaster Management Authority began laying temporary pipes the next morning. That's so lucky. On March 24, 2018, an early spring avalanche thundered off the southern flank of Mount Elbrus in Russia's Caucasus Mountains. Thousands of tons of snow and ice hurtled toward the Azov parking lot, where skiers had left rows of cars under clear skies just hours earlier. Security cameras captured the white wall swallowing the edge of the lot in seconds. Officials credited luck and quick reactions. No injuries were reported, and damage stayed below €200,000 despite the avalanche's size. Crews worked through the night, clearing snow mounds so the access road could reopen for the next day's lifts. At about midday on August 9, 2020, holidaymakers relaxing on Cefalu's popular shore in northern Sicily suddenly noticed a dark funnel spinning just offshore. Within moments, the column of spray, an intense waterspout, began racing toward the sand, turning a calm summer scene into chaos. Meteorologists classify events like this as tornadic waterspouts, essentially small tornadoes that form over warm seas and can intensify quickly as they draw moist air upward and can generate winds topping 100 kilometers per hour, strong enough to flip small boats or loft beach equipment hundreds of meters. On July 7, 2025, a fast-moving thunderstorm swept into Gelnica in eastern Slovakia. Wind gusts of roughly 110 kilometers per hour hit a 3-story apartment block and ripped its sheet metal roof into the air. A neighbor filming from across the street captured the moment the roof flipped over the parapet and vanished. Authorities reported no injuries, though 2 cars were damaged, and electricity was out for about 12 hours. Firefighters handled more than 30 emergency calls before declaring the area safe. Residents were advised to secure loose objects, stay indoors during alerts, and follow local emergency instructions. On June 30th, 2025, days of heavy monsoon rain loosened the hillside in Shimla's Batakufar area. A vacant 5-story apartment block began to crack, its concrete shell groaning under the saturated soil. At 7:30 a.m., the structure gave way and slid downslope in one sweeping motion. Officials blamed the failure on rain-soaked ground and recent highway excavation that undercut the foundation. Engineers are now installing retaining walls and drainage channels to stabilize the slope. Local authorities say the site will stay cordoned off until debris is cleared and the hill passes a fresh geotechnical survey. They urge builders across Shimla to reinforce footings before the next monsoon round arrives. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more just like it, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And don't forget the latest video. With that, thank you all for watching, and we hope to see you in the next one.